What's going on, everyone? Thanks for coming out to episode 19 of the Thunderdome. Hope everybody's doing well. How was your all Christmas? No, mine wasn't too bad. Made some tamales and had some rice and all the treats and good stuff to go with it. Cookies. Had some what's that called? I'm trying to think. It's one of my favorites too. Like cheesecake. Let's see here. Messing up, hitting all the wrong buttons. James, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming out. Hope all is well. Shauna, what's going on? How are you doing? Thanks for coming out. Brave, what's going on? How you doing? Mark, what is up? Yeah. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Hopefully you got everything you wanted. Any snakes you asked for? What'd you guys all get? Did anybody get any snakes or anything? What's up, Nikki? How's it going? Thanks for coming out. Yeah, if anybody out there after my show at 3:30 Pacific time, which would be what 6:30 Eastern time, Nikki, they got their show going. So go check out Nikki and Kurt. Awesome people. In fact, shout out to Nikki. She did basically a TV guide, if you will, for Saturday. She put up the listings of everybody that's got a reptile podcast going. So that was pretty cool. I've never seen that before. That was awesome. About to go live. What's up, Nikki? Yeah, I didn't get any snakes for Christmas, but that's all right. I got a snake I'm paying off right now. Probably won't get anything till next year. Got a few stuff that I want to snag up. I had about 4 or 5 snakes I was looking at getting, but I don't know. I think I'm going to probably wait for a bit. A couple of them are males, so I could probably hold off on those. Trying to get some money saved up and eventually buy a house. I want to get my own place. As far as owning a house, it's too hard. Like next month, actually, I got to do the owners. They want to come out and check the house and everything. So I've got to get all the rats packaged up in tubs, get them moved out, get the snakes all boxed up or into bags or whatnot, and get them put up. So it's going to take a little bit of work. Oh, nice, Mark. Did you finally? I think it was you that had to still wait on the parts, wasn't it? You had the 2 racks, but I know one of them you didn't get all the parts on or something. So hopefully you got those in, especially Christmas time. I know it's kind of hard to, as far as the wait time, it could take a little while getting that shipped out. In fact, I got to order some cocoa, so I'm hoping it's not going to take too long. But oh, got some ASFs, Nikki. I wish we could have ASFs over here in California. It sucks they're illegal. Guess I could always get those field mice, but nice, Brave. Get everything you want. What'd you get? Nice, Nikki. I figured you'd do that too. I was like, I know you're going to end up getting everything, all the days covered with everybody's stuff. So that's awesome. Like I said, big shout out to Nikki and Kurt. They're doing some pretty cool stuff. In fact, I've still got to go over and watch the last week's show you guys did with Will. I didn't get a chance. I only watched a few minutes of it. I got to go back and finish it up. I wanted to check that out. I've just been super busy lately. I had so much stuff going on. And in fact, like I said, the landlord's there wanting to come out and check the house. So it's not that the house is all messy, but I do got a few things to clean up. Excuse me. Throat's so damn dry today. Didn't even get water. But yeah, I got to get the garage cleaned up and everything. There's boxes and stuff that when we first moved in, I just kind of threw it wherever the hell I wanted and never really got stuff cleaned up. I did a little bit, but I kind of had other stuff going. So I'll get that shit knocked out pretty soon. How's the pug doing? Pug's doing all right. She's doing actually pretty good. Thanks for asking, but man, that dog is a pain in the butt. Like she does whatever she wants. I need to get a shock collar for her. Let's put it that way. It's like we'll take her out to go to the bathroom and she'll run off and do whatever she wants. We'll have people like jogging by or one of the neighbors' company coming over and she just like runs after him and everything. So I need to get her actually a leash and a harness. That way she can't just run off, but I want to get a shock collar to kind of get her to listen. And then I gave her a bath yesterday, got her all cleaned up. And then she turned around, she ate. When I was giving her a bath, she licked some of the soap. So later on, she ended up throwing up in her crate. So now I got to go clean that again and give her another bath. So yesterday was crate cleaning and pug cleaning. And now today is the same thing over again. James, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming out. Hope all is well. In fact, congrats to the winners of last week too on the Thunderdome. I had a t-shirt giveaway. So I know it was, I can't remember. I want to say James might have been one of the winners. I'll have to look. My mind's been all over the place, but there was somebody else. It was, God, who was that? Constrictly Business, I think. I think they was the other winner. I'll have to go back and look. I forget who it is now. What's up, Mariah? Hope all is well. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, I was hoping some of the guys were going to jump on today, but I don't know. They might be busy. Looks like I might be writing solo today, so. Has anybody got some eggs dropping or any breedings going on? I know I'm pretty close to getting some stuff going. I was hoping to already do it. I've got a super pastel, super vanilla GHI, or possible GHI, and either yellow belly or asphalt girl that's like right there ready to go. Like I'd say I got maybe 2 to 4 more feedings, and I think she's going to be ready to rock and roll and get going with my pairings. In fact, I wanted to get her shed tested and see if she's the yellow belly or asphalt. But if she ends up, if I get a male, if she's yellow belly, and then I end up getting an asphalt male, I'll have to, if I can't find one that's of size, I'm going to have to get a baby, obviously. And I don't know if I'm going to have them up to size in time to breed. So I might just go ahead and run my chances with them and just see what happens. Hopefully it all works out, but yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Jason, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. We ordered the Vision Ultra rack on December 7th and it arrived on the 22nd. Oh, wow. Nice. So just a couple weeks in there is all that took. I'm actually kind of surprised on that. I mean, I don't know. I can't really speak for Vision. I don't know what their time frame is on ordering from the time they get it all done and shipped out. I know, what was it? Animal plastics, usually they're like 2 or 3 months. And when I've ordered from them, like it says it in their website, but it's also taken that long to get it here too. In fact, their time frame was 2 months when I had ordered it, and it was a couple days past, and I hadn't heard anything. So I called, and a lady, she was super nice. I forget her name, whoever's the one for the customer service, but she got that my paperwork sent out into the shop and told me that I'd get it that next week, and she stuck to her word. They got it all done and I received it, so that was pretty awesome. That's the only bad thing with some of those, is having to wait such a long time. If it's something you need right away, you definitely want to order it, more in advance. That way you could get it on time and all that good stuff. So I got my triple het hypo pie clown girl that I was hoping to get bred here pretty soon, but she went off food and she's dropped some weight. So I don't know exactly when I'll get her going. I'm going to try to see what I could do to get her back on feed again, but she might have to wait till maybe summer or springtime or fall time to get her bred and all that good stuff. So it'll be a minute before I get that girl. And she was almost there too. She was getting pretty close. She was like 800 grams. So she wasn't too far from getting ready to breed, but girlfriend got me a nice step stool to reach the top 2 racks on the 5540. The 1039 parts came in on the 26th. Finished it up today. Nice. That's awesome. That step stool, yeah, that definitely helps out, doesn't it? Like, that's what I want to do. Is I want to have my racks like kind of as tall as I can to utilize as much space. But the bad thing is when it's something that's taller to you, having to get up on that. So definitely having that step stool would help out a lot. I hate having to try to tippy toe and all that. I'm not short, but if I got something that's 6.5, 7 foot tall, obviously that's going to be a little taller than I am. Yes, thank you, Nikki. Tell them, click that like button, share it out, all that good stuff. Wow, 6-week lead time. Yeah, they definitely did smash that down. That's pretty awesome, Nikki. So they knocked a good 2/3 off for you, a whole month out of that. And that's crazy too, because Christmas time, I would think with all the holidays, the delays and everything and shipping and all that it would take a lot longer. But hey, if they got it down for you that quick, awesome. And who, I can't remember, Nikki, was that Vision that you said you got that from? I can't remember. Vanilla pastel female had her pre-lay shed yesterday. Oh, nice, Mark. Is it just a vanilla pastel, or what else do you got going on in there? In fact, I've got to go back and look at my collection, because I got so many snakes out there that I can't even remember what I've got and what's close to. I always hate that. Every time I'm on a live or somebody asks me something, I'm like trying to think, and then usually I'll have to go out there and look. In fact, I was on the podcast on Tease the other day on was it the Christmas Eve special they had, and who was it? Jared was asking me a couple questions on what stuff I had worked and everything, and there's probably half the collection I couldn't even remember of what I was doing and everything until later on. In fact, I got a het rainbow female. She's gonna be. I'm hoping this coming year I'm gonna get her breeding. She's smashing food really good. She's gained a lot of weight. So her and because I got a 1.1. I got the. Let's see. She's what is she? Inchy. I don't think she's pastel. She's an inchy het rainbow, I just believe. And then the male is a inch, or he's not inchy. He's hypo Huffman pastel het rainbow. And both of them, man, they're getting some good size quick. But that girl's definitely, she's smashing food like crazy. Paired her to a phantom pastel het pied. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Het pied. Fred, what's going on? How you doing? Hope all is well. Hope you had a good Christmas. Good time with the family and friends and all that good stuff. I actually wished I could have visited with more people. I didn't get to visit with as much as I would have liked to have. I think next year I'm going to have to do some better planning. It's like so many people, you know, but not enough time in the day to get to visit with all of them. In fact, I got a lot of family. I'm from Fresno. I live in Visalia now for, gosh, probably the past 22 years or so. So a lot of my friends and family are in Fresno. It's like a 45-minute drive from here. So it's not too far, but just sucks that everybody's out that way. Wish they were a little bit closer. So has anybody got some new snakes they're getting in or anything they're making payments on or anything? I wished I got a hypo mail that I'm going to be getting in, hypo orange dream, and there's another gene. That one I'm kind of keeping secret right now. I'm not saying too much about it, but it's a nice gene. I'll say that much. It's a codom in there. Something I'm super stoked and happy with. It's really going to help with my collection, kind of put me on that next level. Like I got a lot of nice stuff that I'm going to be breeding. That's going to be some true bangers out there, but this will definitely add to that. Give me that little bit of extra fire that I need. They changed this app up a little bit on StreamYard, so I'm trying to still figure out a few things on it. Let's see here. In fact, I was running late. I had to go grab some. I didn't eat all day, so I had to run and grab some burritos, get something to eat before I jumped on the live. Just barely got that finished up before I went live, and that's why I was running a few minutes late. Did anybody get any lottery tickets from the Mega Millions? I bought a couple of them, but I didn't hit. The only thing I did get was the Powerball. I hit that, so I won $2. So out of $1 billion, I won $2 out of it. Didn't make me rich, but that's all right. I'll take it. Considering I bought 4 tickets, I'm still negative $2, but hey, made some kind of money back, right? Didn't lose it all. Can't complain. So what's everybody's plans today? Anybody got anything going on? Anything good? Tommy, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Thanks for coming out. Hope all is well. You working today, Tommy, or you got the day off? I know you're working all the time. Should produce some nice pet quality animals for my first clutch. Good table. Yeah, that's awesome, Mark. That's the thing too. Like I want to produce some really nice stuff and things that people don't have, but I'd have to say that's one thing I do want to do too. I still want to produce like some pieds, bananas, some bells, stuff that are just for, pet quality keepers and stuff. Just your average Joe. Because I mean that stuff it sells pretty good. And I mean, it's going to help with pulling in some money because, yeah, you're going to sell some of your nice stuff, but not everything, especially if it's expensive, may not sell that fast. So to sit there and help with your overhead and everything, I would definitely be bringing in some bananas, pieds, bells, things like that. that stuff you hit, and especially if you go to the right expo. I know some expos aren't the greatest, so definitely I would do some homework. Maybe if you know, like talk to some breeders that are around your area and see if they've been to some of those expos and how they do, because they could sit there and give you that insight of what expos are great and what are not. I know some breeders I've talked to, like this one guy, he's pulled about $11,000 in a weekend at a show, and then he's had another show that he did, an expo, and it was, God, it was like $125-$150 that he made that weekend. So that didn't even cover his gas, hotel stay, food, right, all that good stuff, plus your table and whatnot. I mean, depending on the show, your expo, it could be, prices can be 75 a table. They could be starting at 100. It all depends. Like I know, for example, say here the table is like about 150 somewhere in there for the basic, and then if you step up, you're going to run into like a $200-$300 table, which obviously is going to be a bigger table and probably in a little bit better spot. But you could definitely talk to some of those breeders, and they could tell you like, hey, this show is not really worth it. You're not going to pull much at all. It's really a crappy show. Or hey, this show's really good. I've done pretty well there. So that definitely is a plus and helps out to talk to people and know what's good in your area. And then certain things too, like we have a show here. There's a few around, but the one actually in my city, or it's the next city over where I'm at, they had the expo. Usually it was once a year. They switched it to twice, but when they did it, I can't speak for this last year. I got to actually talk to a few people that had been out there and still find out if they did okay or not this last year. But the year before, that expo was at the same time as the Fresno Fairground. So, excuse me, it really didn't work out because the Fresno Fair, even though it's like 40 minutes from here, or even an hour from where that spot was at, that fair, everybody was out there. So there really just wasn't much money to be, made, because everybody else is just pretty much at the Fresno Fair and everything, spending all their money there, giving it to all the carnies. So as far as making money at that expo, it wasn't very great. But they do have it in, excuse me, it's in March or April, one of the two, and then they have the other one in October, which is the Fresno Fair. So if I was going to go to that one, I would hit up the March or April one when it runs. But like I said, I got to talk to. I know somebody that had went out there this last year and this last October, so I'm curious to if they did well or not. And they have some heat. In fact, I'm trying to think of who the hell it was right now. In fact, it was Richie. Can't think of his breeder name off the top of my head, but Richie went out there. So do I have any plans to go to any reptile shows next year? Yeah, I do. I actually meant to hit the one that I was just talking about in October. Unfortunately, I didn't make that one. So I plan on going this next year in March or April. I believe it's in April when it goes. So I'm super excited to make that one, because I don't think I went this last March or April neither. I did miss that one. So I missed this whole last year, unfortunately. So yeah, I definitely want to hit that one. I was hoping to hit I think it's the Pomona show that's in January 11th or 12th, or 11th and 12th, something like that. I was hoping to hit that one. That's a really big one. That one's nice. But unfortunately, I didn't know about that one until like the last minute. So I'm not going to be able to make it. I think even if I knew in advance, I wouldn't have been able to make it. But I'm definitely going to hit it's the Tulare Reptile Expo. So that one will be, I think it's usually mid or late April when they do that. I want to say like April 20th or something. So yeah, In fact, that one, I want to get some content for that too. That's one of the things that I just like to go, and I know some of a few people out there, and it's just awesome to go, right? Check out some animals and stuff, get out of the house. Um, but yeah, I definitely got to hit that one up for sure. In fact, let's see here. I'm going to put up, I've got, let's see if I hit the wrong, yeah, I hit the wrong one, damn it. Okay. So I'm going to throw up, here's last week's, for week 16's results. I've got one with a total of 31. We've got Ken, who got 3 last week. He's at a total of 39. So Ken's doing pretty good. He's the top leader right now. Jamie also, she came in with 3 last week. She's at a total of 25. She missed a couple weeks, so she would have actually, she would have been further. She might have even been at 30, or who knows, even more, if she wouldn't have missed it. Will, he got 0 last week with a total of 31. And then John, he missed the Thursday's game, unfortunately. I think he still might have been wrong on that one, though. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but he did get 1 with a total of 36. So he's behind Ken by 3, so he's not too far off. And then we got Josh, who got 1 correct, and he's at a total of 23. So I was actually, last week was going to be the end, or excuse me, last week. I think this week was going to be the last one, the ending of the season. But I was talking to some of the guys, and we're going to go ahead and push it 1 more week out. I'm going to do 1 week into the playoffs. I think it would be pretty fun and awesome. But that way, even with me doing 1 week, if there is a tie, that still allows 2 weeks in there to, there should be a difference to break that tie. So we'd have that tiebreaker at least with that 2nd or 3rd week. So I'm super stoked on that. It kind of sucks. It's unfortunate. Like, the season went really quick. I'm pretty surprised how fast it went. Honestly, it's crazy. There was 18 weeks in the NFL season. And I started this show actually 1 week before the football season. Yeah, 1 week before. So, like I said, we're on episode 19 right now. It's crazy how time has really gone fast. I can't believe it. Just amazing. Can't believe I'm like basically 5 months almost into, or that, 4 or 5 months, something like that, into the doing this. Let's see, I already put that one up. Okay, so what we have for the next week's games, we're also I started last week. We did 7 games. We've been doing 4 games every week, but I kind of want to do a little plot twist, I guess you could say. I wanted to switch things up, and I just thought it was a little more funner to add multiple games into it instead of just the 4. And kind of, I don't know, I guess this being the first year, I got to learn quite a bit with it and see how everything ran. So for the fun, I wanted to go ahead and, instead of just doing 4 games, I added 3 more. So we're doing 7. So for the second week now, pick 1, we're actually going to have the Chiefs at the Broncos. Now, some of these games are going to be close, and then there's a couple that are probably kind of not so close, but hey, who knows? I've seen some of these teams that were 3, 4, 5 games behind ended up winning. A team that had maybe the one team had 5 wins and the other had 10 wins, and that team that had 5 wins won. So again, pick 1 is the Chiefs at the Broncos. Pick 2, we have the 49ers at the Cardinals. For pick 3, we got the Commanders at the Cowgirls. For pick 4, we got the Vikings at the Lions. And then let's see here for the last 3 picks on there. I had this all set up for 4 picks, so I'm having to use double this time. For pick 5, we have the Seahawks. Excuse me, let me say that correct. The Sea Chickens. We got the Sea Chickens at the Rams. For pick 6, we have the Bengals at the Steelers. Steelers is Ken's team. And then for pick 7, we got the Bears at the Packers. And Green Bay, that's John's team. And the Bears is actually my cousin's team. She's been a Bears fan her whole life, so some of those games, like I said, they're not going to be really close, but hey, it's games. Fucking who knows? Who knows who can win on that? Like I said, there was ones that were not even close, and somehow they pulled through. I guess they wanted it bad enough, right? Constrictly Business, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for coming out. In fact, I was just talking about you. I don't know, maybe your ears were ringing. I was announcing the winners from last week. So congrats again on that t-shirt. In fact, I need to get a hold of you. I'm going to get a hold of you here in a bit because I don't think I asked you for the color, and I'm going to be getting that ordered in today. So I'm going to send you some colors, and that way you could pick which one you want. I know there's like a white, there's a black. I have a kind of a grayish. I have an asphalt, which is still kind of a grayish, but a darker one. I have a turquoise, and there might be like one other color in there, but I'll send you those so you can check out and see which ones you like and everything. And then I believe I told you guys too, it's a 2-sided shirt. So you'll have the Blue Zombie Morphs logo on the front, and then on the back you got the Dead Men Crew, which is pretty dope. That's got Freddy Krueger, Jason's on there, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface, and Chucky's on there, I believe, and I think there's like one or two others. I think Scream, the Ghostface, I want to say that's maybe even on there too, if I remember correctly, because the shirts that I got, they're actually different than the stickers. The shirts show all those characters, where on the stickers it only shows like 5 or 6 of those guys. So and then in fact, I'm going to be putting some merch up. I got to show people. I've got some new merch that I made up and everything. And in fact, some stuff I've already had printed up or already done, but I just haven't had a chance really to get it out there or anything. But also at the same time too, I got to check and make sure that everything's legit and good for you guys, because I know I ordered some stuff before, and it's basically you want to make sure that everything's correct, that there's no, like, sometimes if you don't do stuff right, you could have like a little white or black strip like across the top or bottom or side of the picture. So making sure that everything's legit and centered and all good and everything. Like, I had some stickers I had ordered in, and the background, it kind of matched too much with the lettering. It was blue, so basically you couldn't really hardly see the lettering, the Blue Zombie Morphs. It was like you're having to really look in and try to, it was just really hard to see. So that one I never, in fact, there was I had 2-3 people that I was supposed to send it out to, and I never sent it to them for the fact that it just, to me, it was kind of garbage. I didn't want to send that out. In fact, Don D was one of them. That poor guy, I was supposed to send him probably 6, 7, 8 months ago. And like I said, I just didn't like it. So I still got to get those sent out to him. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff that I got going on. So I can't wait for everyone to check that out and see. It's pretty nice. It's amazing. Awesome. Yeah, keep an eye on it. Like I said, I'll be messaging you here in a bit, so I'll get that. I got to get the pictures of the shirts and everything and send over to you, so that way you could check it out. What's up, Ken? How's it going, brother? Just got home. Just running solo right now. just BSing with everybody on here. I didn't really. I was running late myself. Actually, I had to run and grab something to eat. I got a carne. In fact, remember Ken? We were just talking about this the other day on the RWO show. Went and got a burrito. Got me an asada burrito and came home and ate it. And literally had enough time to eat it and jump on. I didn't have enough time to make up my green tea and have any of that. So it was, man, I'm stressed. I gotta have my green tea. You know what I mean? Sucks. And I was already, plus when I got the show going too, it was already, God, I think I started 5-10 minutes late. So I didn't want to keep everybody waiting too long. I felt bad. I don't know. Something about running late just kind of makes me, I don't know. I'm just on edge. I hate being late. I like to be on time and shit. Have plenty of time to relax, do things, get it done. In fact, does anybody out there got your New Year's resolutions or anything? I really didn't want a New Year's resolution. I was trying to make sure I did change before the end of the year, but I don't know really how well that worked out. Maybe some things I kind of did, but definitely being a little more on time with stuff, trying to make sure that I'm caught up with everything and all that good stuff, so I don't have to be running around like a chicken with his head cut off and everything. And that shit drives me crazy. I have a question for you, Vance. I know this is a show about snakes, but what is your favorite fast food restaurant? Oh, don't worry, Brave. We talk about everything. It's mainly reptiles and some football, but it's really whatever on here. We could talk about whatever we want, right? Oh gosh, that's a good question. Fast food. Let's see here. I have quite a few, so it's kind of hard to narrow things down. I would have to say probably McDonald's. McDonald's or A&W. I don't know. I'll just go with A&W. I really love McDonald's. A&W is a little more expensive, but I don't know. McDonald's has gone so much up in prices too. Oh, what's your favorite favorite fast food restaurant, Brave? Right, Ken? Total burrito guy. Yeah, I agree. Like it's hard because I love everything. It's almost hard to like pick and choose. Tacos are great, man. They're bomb. They are so good. Love tamales. I love enchiladas too. That's probably about one of my favorites. But I'd have to say burrito probably is almost that's like my go-to favorite. Like I will choose a burrito almost probably 90% of the time I go to get something to eat from a Mexican food restaurant. It's definitely a burrito. In fact, there's a pretty cool place down here. It's a taco truck, but this one, it was like, I can't remember what it looked like now. I don't want to say that the truck didn't look that great. But they really did. I don't know if they redid the truck or got a whole new one. But this taco truck, man, is fire, literally fire. It's got their food is good, but it's a huge taco truck. They did it like a fire engine red. So everything on it's like brand new, nice looking. That thing is so sweet. I I know they had to probably put at least $100,000 in that taco truck, if not more. Like that thing, I don't know. I would have called it. I forget. I don't even remember the name on it, and I got a business card up there from them too. Um, I would have probably called it Fire Engine Taco Truck or some shit. I don't know, just because it's all red. But that thing is pretty cool. It's nice, and their food is so good too. And then they got like the horchata in there, the drinks and all that good stuff. So that man, it's making me hungry again. I'm about to go hit those people up when they come over in a few hours to the parking lot. And it's like in a ghetto place too. It's like where I live is really nice area. It's just about, I don't know, maybe a mile down the road. But when you get down like about a mile down the road, it starts getting kind of ghetto. And there's a lot of the homeless that are out there and everything. and they go to a gas station, and it's a ghetto little gas station. It's like all the homeless are around there, and it gets kind of trashed up, but it's like a good taco truck. So I know that place, there's people waiting in line. In fact, when I seen it yesterday, they had just gotten there. They already had 3 people waiting in line before they even like opened up the truck, like open the windows and all that crap to start taking orders. And like when you do go though, like after they've been open for a minute, there's 15-20 people in line all the time just waiting right there. So I mean, it's really amazing food. I love it. I got number 2. Number 1, stop smoking cigarettes. Yeah, Ken, I'm the same way. That's one of the things that I want to do is quit smoking cigarettes. That crap is garbage, and it's so hard too. I mean, as you know, especially when you've been smoking your whole life or a lot of it, it's pretty hard to sit there and just quit like that, especially with stress and everything else that's going on. It makes it really hard. And it's like a habit. It's not, there's times that like I crave the cigarette, but I'd say a lot of times I'm not really craving it. I just go out to smoke it. Like I said, it's a habit a lot. You're so used to sitting there, smoking that cigarette and everything. And that's probably part of why my throat is so damn dry right now, is from smoking cigarettes. Cause I just had one before I jumped on. After I had that burrito, I was like, I got to smoke me a cigarette. Oh, you missed out on the Mega Millions jackpot last night. So back to the drawing board for resolution. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. I was hoping to hit that too. I was like, this is gonna be my day. This is gonna be my day. I'm gonna be rich as hell. No, I'm not. Like I said, I hit the mega number. Won $2, but that was it. Wasn't much. But guess what? I don't think anybody hit it though. So there's always Tuesday or whenever they do the next one. So you can possibly hit that one. Don't give up. Stick with the same numbers too. I always like to do like 2. I'll do at the bare minimum. If I just get 1 ticket, I try to stick to like numbers that I pick. But that's what I was gonna like. What I try to do is get 2. So I'll have numbers that I pick and then random numbers. But what I do is I take the same numbers and I try to stick with that every time I play. I think your chances will be a little bit better. Number 2, be enrolled in some kind of online psychology degree. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. In fact, that was one of the things I wanted to do this last, I wanted to do it, I was going to do it last year actually, and this year, but that didn't work out. So I'm hoping this next year, maybe, if not next year, the year after, I'm going to go back to school again for welding, because I already went like 4 or 5 years ago and passed welding. So I know how to do all that, but I could do stick welding or MIG welding. So now I want to go back for TIG welding and to run the CNC machine. To be a machinist and do TIG welding, man, I'd make some good money. Plus, I'd want to do some snake racks. So to be able to TIG weld, that would be amazing. It'd be nice if you could just sit here and figure out what numbers were going to pop up, right? If you just knew, like, what numbers are going to show up on this so I could be a billionaire. Like, I don't even have to win the whole damn thing, to be honest with you. Even let me get like 4 or 5 numbers of those right. Give me like $1 million or 2. I'd be happy with that. Hell, even throw me 50 grand or 100 grand. I'd be completely fine. 30 grand. I won't complain one bit. Trust me. I'll be super happy. Fast food Chick-fil-A. That's one of the ones I was kind of thinking of when he said that. Like, there's so many that I like. I would have to say Chick-fil-A is probably more a little better for you. It's not as bad as, McDonald's and Taco Bell and all that. But I really do. I love A&W because their burgers are so good. I love the way they got them cooked up and that cheese on there. Their fries are bomb too. They put a good amount of salt on there, even though I don't really need that crap. I love that salt. And then the A&W root beer. Oh my God, that is so amazing. That stuff is good. Brave Panda Express is bomb. That actually, I just had that a day before Christmas Eve, or a couple days before Christmas Eve, something like that. It was last Monday or some crap. Yeah, we went and had Panda Express, and man, I love Panda. That is one of my favorites too. I love their orange chicken. And then they got what else is it? I forget what it's called. It's like a sirloin steak or something in there. And then the honey walnut shrimp. Oh, that is bomb. That is so good. I love it. Yeah, I try to back off. Actually, I don't have McDonald's as much as I would have to say I used to go to Taco Bell, McDonald's a lot. Lately, it's been Chick-fil-A. What else? Chick-fil-A, and I think that's it. I don't think we ever. Oh, and then Burger King. That's right. I love Burger King because they got the frozen slushies, and I love those things, especially the cherry ones. Oh man, that's so good. Nothing like a sweet frozen cherry slushy. Oh, those are so good. I'll drink like 2 or 3 of those things, no problem, and like the big ones. Not like I really need all that sugar in me, but hey, whatever. I'm already sweet enough. My favorite burger joint in the way back. It's just a smash burger joint. So it's just like so yeah, it's just like what do you call those? Kind of like the dives or whatever. A little burger joint. Nothing popular as far as big chain wise, but it's a mom and pop's one that they own, and they're amazing with the milkshakes and the fries. We got one. God, we're trying to think what that place is called. I can't remember now. It's been probably a year. It's been about a year since I've been there. It's here in Visalia where I'm at, and I forget the name, but man, they got some good burgers. Like everything they got, just amazing. Those are the best. When you can find those little mom and pops ones. Oh yeah, I love it. Without a doubt. Maybe try that to stop smoking cigarettes. Vaping is horrible too. Yeah, Mark, I tried vaping 2 years ago. Cause yeah, I've been here 2 years at this house now. I tried 2 years ago when I moved over here to start, like, I was trying to quit smoking, and so I started vaping to try to help that. And I can't say that it really worked. I think in a sense I still kind of crave that cigarette, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna try to cut down like slowly. Instead of like smoking 10 cigarettes a day, I'm gonna try to like go to 9 and then 8. Just slowly kind of knock myself down. Or I might have to just try to quit cold turkey if I can. I don't know. But I'm thinking I might, if I just cut down a few here and there, maybe that might be best. I don't know. I can't do labor, can't even talk. I can't do manual labor anymore. That's all I know how to and have done the last 30 years. So it's back to school for me. Yeah, Ken, at our age, man, it sucks getting older. It's too hard to do a lot of that stuff. Like my dad, he did construction his whole life for like 30 years. He did drywall and metal framing. He did the commercial buildings. And I did a little bit with him and worked for my uncle. My uncle owned his own business. That's where my dad worked, doing the metal framing and drywall. But that shit will tear your back up, man. It's hard. Like I'm probably going to go back to like right now I work out of the house, but here in a couple years I'm probably going to be going back to work for somebody else. I'll still be breeding snakes and all that good stuff, but I want to make some good money, and I'm going to go back to work doing welding. But that's like probably the best I can do without having to do, like, as far as construction, without having to do drywall or concrete or like the center blocks or working in a factory. That stuff is too hard. It's it's hard labor. Yeah, you make good money. Well, not in the factories, but I guess depending on what. But it's really hard. And I think with the welding, that's probably the best thing that I could get making good money, where it's hard labor, but it's not going to be too crazy. You know, I'm not going to have to lift up drywall every 3 minutes after, you know, screwing it all down and off to the next sheet, slamming it up there, screwing it in. And that's, you know, that's hard work doing all that stuff. I think welding's going to be my best bet. And I love welding too. Like, I'm really good at it. I actually, not just me being, because it was me, I was the best in my class. There was one or two that were, I'd say, as good as me or better. Those guys had been welding for a long time. They just came back to get their certs. So like the one kid that I'm talking about, he had taught me a couple things. But I'd have to say, out of the rest of the class, man, I had the prettiest welds too, and my stuff penetrated. So if anyone ever sees a mango lassi drink in any restaurant and get it, it's definitely going to make you want more. Huh. What is that? I mean, I know what I love mango. I've actually got some in here when I went to the store. It's a mango drink it's like a little package, like a green package, and then it's got the little Ziploc and powder in there. But I'm not sure what the lassi is. I was thinking about getting my CBLS and do a lot of New York to Cali routes, but I can't have my medical marijuana card and drive truck. I guess that depends. Do you guys just have so is it just the only way, so is the only way that you could smoke legally, is it only through medical license, or do they actually have it? I can't think of the freaking word right now off the top of my head, and I know it. What's the word? It's right there too. I can't grab it. Where you could just smoke is being of age. But either way, I'm not so sure, because I had a medical card. So in California, when they first started, like 20 years ago or whatever, you had to have the medical card. That was the only way. And then, like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago or something, they switched it. Well, you can still get a medical card here, but you can just smoke as long as you're of age, like as if it was alcohol. But I never had like certain things that I wasn't supposed to do or have with the license, I still did and had. I don't think there's any way of them really checking into that. But if so, that could be a little bit of a problem. I guess you could always have somebody else maybe have, but if they got a license, get it for you and not have yours. But I don't know if you would have to really stress on that. I don't think there's a way for them to look into it. The only other thing I could think of is maybe even if they did, like, I don't know, I was going to say maybe you could sit there and get if they did look into it, you could not have your license anymore, medical license. You could get your driver's license and do all that. And then once you do all that, then you can end up getting your medical license, as long as they don't go looking later on. But I don't think there's a way that they can look into that, to be honest with you, because like I said, I had, there was certain things that I shouldn't have, whatever. And yeah, they don't look into it. So those synthetic nicotine pouches are a pretty good crutch off of cigs. Pro tip: when you're flying with layovers all day, get your fix anytime sitting on a plane. Right? That is a good way of doing it. I want to say I have tried one or two of I've chewed before. I think I did try one or two of those pouches. I think I knew somebody that had it and I tried it. I guess it was just because of my teeth. I just didn't want that sitting in there, but that, as far as, making my teeth bad, but that would be a good idea here and there, especially like you said, for a plane or something. If you can't smoke that cigarette, man, that'd definitely be awesome. Have that pouch so you still get your nicotine and not go crazy. End up getting kicked off the plane for. Let's see, I have no clue how to make a mango lassi, but from what I can see in mangoes, sugar and yogurt basically. But it's a thick mango smoothie. Ooh, okay. Man, that sounds really good. I love smoothies too. What I like to do is I make a lot of the blueberry, strawberry ones, or even like blueberry, strawberry, and banana, or strawberry banana, whichever. Like I mix all kinds of stuff up all crazy. But yeah, those are so good. And it sucks. I had some blueberries. I got 2 bushes out there, and I got one that's just a blueberry, and then there's another one that's a blueberry, but it's a different hybrid. It's a uh, cherry lemonade or lemonade blueberry. Anyways, it's a lemon blueberry, and that one I think died last year from the heat. The sun just killed it, and I even put it under a big tree so it would block all the sun and all that, give it some shade. But I think it took it out. So recreational. Thank you. That's what I was talking about, Ken. Okay, so it's just strictly card. But I don't think there is no way. Like I said, I've had a card before, like for years. I haven't had a card probably in the past 4 or 5 years, but I've had a card for probably 7 to 10, probably a good 10 years. I had a card for, and I never like. I was able to go do whatever. Like I would go to the gun shop and buy a gun. There's nothing like they can't look into it, so I wouldn't really stress that. I wouldn't sweat it at all. Just quit the green tea, Ken. Yeah, my it's kind of hard to do though. That's one thing I always hated. Like cigarettes are hard to quit, but I would prefer. I think it would be easier for me to quit a cigarette than it would the green tea. That's one thing, man. I just can't quit. Like with people that are idiots out there and everything, man. And not even that. Like people are idiots, so it helps calm me down and put me in a different, state of mind, being cool and relaxed. But like I have insomnia, man. I couldn't sleep without that. I would go crazy. I really would. I'd probably end up in prison if I didn't have my green tea. It would be a bad day. Fries, what's up? Hope all is well. Glad you made it out. I liked high school because there was a strip mall that had a bunch of good places to get food from, including a Safeway and Subway. Nice. Where do you live, Brave? What state? Because we have a Safeway, so I'm curious. Like, I don't know how far Safeway goes out. Like, I know there's some things that different states, especially we East Coast and West Coast, like that they don't have. So I'm kind of curious. Like, what is it? Rallies. They have a rallies pretty much all over in the U.S., but down here, like on the West Coast, it's rallies where if you go to on the East Coast or wherever, it's called Checkers. Same thing, 2 different names, but there is some stuff that they don't have that they only have in certain states. So I was kind of curious on that. Patrick, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Hope all is well. Hope you had an awesome Christmas. Got everything you wanted, all that good stuff. I'm gonna have to talk to Santa Claus, man, about bringing me a snake next year. I think he done dropped the ball on that. Got to go finish cooking. All right, brother, have a good one. Take it easy. Glad you made it out. In fact, I'm gonna put up. Greg, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Glad you made it out. I'm gonna put the games up again. I've got. I don't even know if Ken caught that. He might have missed it. So we got. Yeah, that's right. Pick 1, we got the Chiefs at the Broncos. Pick 2, we got the Niners at the Cardinals. Pick 3, we have the Commanders at the Cowboys. I probably should have went and backed off one of those real quick. Let me go back. And then we got pick 3, Commanders at Cowboys, and then pick 4 is Vikings at the Lions. And then for pick 5, we have the Seahawks at the Rams. Pick 6, we got Bengals at the Steelers. And pick 7, we have the Bears at the Packers. Let's see, I'm in Marin County in the northwestern part of the San Francisco Bay Area in California. Okay. So that makes sense because you're in California like me then. I was just curious. I was like, I don't know if they do have Safeways actually like outside of California or on the East Coast at least. I mean, I could see being on, Washington or Utah or something like that, still kind of close by, but I wasn't sure. You guys are pretty cold out there in Frisco, huh? In fact, did you feel that earthquake? Was it like a week ago or so? A week or two ago? It was a pretty big one. In fact, they were supposed to have the, what was that? Can't think of the freaking name. My brain's not working with me right now. They had some warning over there. Just chilling, Greg. Enjoying the day. Got all these great people out here. What do you got going on, Greg? Oh, okay. How's everybody's weather around you? Is it all cold, or I'm sure you could probably see in the thing it's all sunny where I'm at. Luckily, man, it's been pretty like overcast and kind of muggy lately, but was it today and yesterday? Actually, it was pretty good days. Got some nice sunlight and all that good stuff. You're in the lead, Ken, 39 points. Yep. Yeah, Ken's killing it. He's doing pretty good. The scores were pretty close, man. They were pretty tight run. Oh, nice. Got playing some video games, huh, Greg? Hell yeah, that's awesome. In fact, Greg, I got to go find my game card for my PlayStation. I got the 3 months that I paid for so I could play online, but I bought that, before I even moved at this house. So that was probably 2.5, 3 years ago. And I put it aside because I figured if I used it, I just wasn't at that time. I wasn't able to like play often. So it was like, well, man, I'm going to end up wasting this $30 card that I bought. And now I'm not going to be able to like, just for a few times I played. So I'm just going to put it aside when I got the time and I know I could really put some hours into it. And we moved over here, I packed it up. And then when we moved over here, I seen it maybe once when we moved over here. And then since then, I haven't been able to find it. Not that I really looked super hard, but I've got to go through because it's in a box somewhere. So I got to find that because I have 3 months of gameplay to play online with my PlayStation. And I've really been wanting to play some Call of Duty. I miss that. I used to play so much online. I'd go out just like hours, man, spending those all-nighters from like get up early morning and play all day, or even like play all night to all morning, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, go to bed because you've just been up playing video games. It's so much fun online too, playing with people, man. You got like, I love playing video games. Like, it's cool playing single, like story mode and everything, but playing online is a whole lot different too, because it's not like the same thing over and over again. You got different players and you're running around shooting at each other. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty amazing. Kind of gets you into the thrill of it. Do you got, hey Greg, do you got PlayStation or Xbox? I thought you had a PlayStation, but I can't remember. I've been playing on the Nintendo Switch lately, but when I was growing up, I had a Nintendo. Yeah, that's actually, Brave. That's something I want to get to, the Nintendo Switch. I've been wanting one so bad. I just don't know. I don't really have the $200-300 to go spend on that right now, and I got snakes that I want to buy and everything else. You had a Nintendo Wii. I think we had the Wii for a little bit, for a couple years, like years ago. Had the regular Nintendo when it came out. Had what else was it? Game Boy. Game Boy was cool. I like that. But now I've just been like, over the years, it's just my PlayStation's got the PlayStation 1, 2, 3. My 3 died. I got to get it fixed because there's still some cool games on there. There's that, was it LA Noir or whatever? It's like an old 50s, 60s game, like basically a detective, and you got to go, like, it kind of crimes from like the Black Dahlia and different stuff. That was a pretty cool game. And then I had Saw on there. Saw was pretty badass. But I got I still have my PlayStation 3. Like I said, it's broke. It's when they made them crappy. There's some type of flux or something in there that they used in China, and it wasn't a good one. They were having a lot of issues with it. So I just got to basically take it in. I could probably even do it myself, take it apart and do it. But I just, for now, I got the PlayStation 4. I do want to get some old school stuff though. Like I said, I do want to get the Nintendo Switch. That's pretty cool. I always like that, like the Game Boy, because you don't have to really have the TV and you just kind of be right there playing on. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Constrictly, definitely. Rallies and Checkers have the best fries. Their burgers are bomb too. It reminds me of like A&W a lot, but their fries, man, are killer. They are so good. It's the best fries, like you said. They got like a little bit of spice to them, and just that crispy oh man, they're killer. Man, that makes me want to go over there right now. But it sucks because where I'm at, from my old stomping grounds in Fresno, they had there's a few rallies over there. There's 3 or 4 in Fresno. Shit, there might even be 5 or 7 of them now. Fuck, I haven't even been there in a long time. And then there's none here where I'm at in Visalia. And then like 20 minutes from here, like in Selma, I believe somewhere over there, I think Selma has a rallies. But for some reason, man, there's not a rallies here. Like if I had couple $100,000, whatever it take to open up a restaurant, a Checkers or Rallies, man, I would open up one here. Man, I would make a killing. That or a barbecue restaurant, like a good barbecue restaurant, some smoke. Oh shit, nice, Greg. You got the PS5. How do you like it? Is there a lot of games on it? Like pretty cool games? Because I was talking with my brother about that, like, I don't know, probably been about a year now, and it's like he really didn't. We were talking about getting the PS5, but he's like, that was one of the reasons, like things he didn't want to get one for, is just there wasn't a whole lot of good games out for it. I thought there was, but I don't know. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to the PlayStation 5 games, but I do want to get one this next year. Excuse me. I think that's one of the things I'm going to do. Probably about a year from now, I'm going to pick up a PS5. It just sucks because, like, I don't know. Right now, I can't really see spending money, especially when I don't have it to spend on something that I already have a PlayStation 4. Because I got so many games as it is, and there's still a lot of cool games that I could buy and play on there. So definitely want to pick one up though. Probably my favorite fast food burger joint, that and Steak and Shake, Firehouse Subs, and Penn Station. Huh. Where, where are you located at? I've heard of literally none of those. Steak and Shake, that sounds good. I'll take a steak and a shake. Firehouse Subs sounds, well, Firehouse Subs, actually, I think I heard of that one. But Penn Station, I heard about, I've never had Firehouse Subs, but I've heard about them. I heard they were pretty good, that they did have some bomb ass food. I've been gaming since the Atari 2600, right? Old school days, yeah. I remember that was like one of the first things too, because Atari was out before Nintendo. And that was, I remember the Atari. I didn't see, I played Atari, I just never had one. My first one, gosh, I was probably 5, 6 years old when the Nintendo came out. Somewhere in there, like 5, 6, maybe 7. I was a young kid back then when that was the early 80s. I guess maybe mid or late 80s, but. And it's crazy how much the games have changed too. Like from back then where the pixels, it was basically just kind of blocky. And then now it's like you get into gaming and it's changed so much to where it's like everything is super graphic. You could literally like a person looks like a person, like a human being. It doesn't look like, oh, that's, looking like a half-ass comic character or something like that. So great. Pitfall was the bomb. Moon Patrol, Pole Position, and Asteroids is the shit. Yeah. Moon Patrol, I don't know if I remember that one. Asteroids was one of my favorites. I used to always play that, man, as a kid. That was always fun. I remember my dad, he used to go to the bars and take me and shit and give me a bunch of quarters. I'd just go to the damn liquor store, get some fucking candy, be eating that candy and playing in the liquor store on the little freaking arcade games like Street Fighter and Asteroids and all that. It's pretty cool. PS5 will play all the. Oh, I didn't know. See, that's what I was wondering, Greg. I was just talking about that the other day too with my wife because I know, like, what was it PlayStation 1 when the PlayStation 2 came out? I can't remember if 2 played 1 or if 3 played 2, but I remember they started doing that where PlayStation would play the previous games, but I didn't. I thought they stopped doing that. If I want to, yeah, because I don't think 4 will play 3. So I thought they stopped doing that. So it's actually interesting that 5 will play 4 games. That's awesome. Oh shit, that makes me want to get a PlayStation 5 now. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out. Moon Patrol was one good one for sure. I don't remember the Moon Patrol. I'm trying to think which one that was. I'll probably have to look that up. Yeah, I miss like Nintendo was pretty cool. I miss like the Mario days. Like some of those old games, man, they were pretty cool. Mario Brothers, Super Mario Kart, that was dope. I loved playing that one. Mario Brothers was pretty cool. It's hard to say. I like them both. I think I probably almost, I don't know, maybe like Mario Kart better. I don't know, but they were both really good games. I miss those. In fact, they had I was looking the other day, they had a game system that came out. I guess they were making it in like China or something. And it was like a knockoff Nintendo. It had all the games in there, like, gosh, it was at least 400 games, probably more. And like a lot of the games were legit. They all were what they were for the most part and played. But there was a couple that kind of had like some explicit kind of pornographic type stuff in there. So parents, I guess as their kids were playing that, where they were kind of seeing it, like there was a little guy that was running out with his, and yeah, so I guess somehow somebody did something into that system. I was wanting to check it out. Like, shoot, that's adult type stuff right there. Well, I hope everyone has a good one. I'm gonna be shutting this down. I want to thank all of you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. You guys all rock. I hope everyone has a good one. Have a great New Year's Eve. Stay home. If you're gonna drink, in fact, I wouldn't even go out. Period. Whether I'm drinking or not, but especially if you're drinking, stay home or call a cab or Uber or whatever. Have a sober driver take you. Trust me, I've been there before. I had a DUI and it wasn't fun. It's been about 15 years now. When I was 29, I'm now almost 44 next month or February, but definitely stay away from all the BS out there. It's just too crazy anymore. So I want to thank you guys again for coming out. You guys are all awesome. You guys have a good one, and I will see you next week. Enjoy.